Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Wrestling Rundown, episode number 153. I'm here with
the Money in the Bank contract holder and future Wrestling Rundown heavyweight predictions champion, Chris.
and I am the first and only ever dual champion on both the the No DQ NX team predictions, heavyweight champion, whatever they call that, and the Wrestling Rundown predictions heavyweight champion. Um, this might be my last video with both belts. I'm at least hoping I can keep one of the belts at one of the shows. Because I don't want to
Too bad.
I don't want to lose one of them at Takeover and then win it right back anyways. Because then we're not getting anywhere. So, so there's that though. And this is it. This is the final wrestling rundown before Takeover. In Hall of Fame and WrestleMania tonight. Which, pretty excited about it, but I'm more excited for obviously Takeover. So my Takeover viewing experience is going to be different than yours because I'm not watching it live. And we're going to say this right now: chances of me and Chris watching WrestleMania have gone down exponentially now, pretty much. So, it was up to like a 50-50 chance Wednesday, and now it's down to like a 30% chance. If those Easter egg notes will get posted tonight, it's like 10% probably.
Yeah.
So, watch. We're probably gonna get them, and they'll be like everything will be misspelled one and everything. But anyhow, let's get to today's show. We're gonna review both versions of NXT, NXT UK, and regular NXT, and we're gonna do our predictions for NXT Takeover New York and WrestleMania 35, which will be exciting. How we're gonna do that though is because when we did it with the Full Horseman, I almost said Fortune Horseman because I couldn't combine the two stables. So, yeah, for the Full Horseman. When I say my picks, I'll just say every match, all my picks at once. You'll do the same thing, and Noah, when he comes on, will do the same thing. So, because Noah's gonna be on, he's just busy right now, and we figured we start this early because then Chris would have to leave early and miss out on giving his predictions. So, this way, it works out for everybody. So, we're happy about that. We like it when things work out for everybody.
We're all for that.
Yeah. So, let's start with. And obviously, too, if Noah doesn't come on, right after we finish reviewing both shows, we'll go through the card again of I almost said Crown Jewel. We don't want that show again. What's it called? Worlds Collide 2. Kind of go over that one more time. So, let's start with NXT UK. I'm doing the notes for that this week because Chris wants to do regular NXT. So,
what's special about it that's regular?
Yeah. So, NXT UK took place on April 3rd, 2019. And this was episode 37. And we had Nigel McGuinness and Vic Joseph on commentary for this show. And this was obviously yet again filmed in Coventry, England. I don't know if this is going to be the last show because I know they're doing some tapings in New York, but I don't know if this is going to be the last show. If it is, it's going to be like Pete Dunne and Walter's last show for a while because they're not going to show up, obviously, because, the match is this weekend. They could do that thing they did, with Johnny Gargano and, Velveteen Dream where, Johnny Gargano showed up for a week with the North American Championship. That would be fun.
Yeah.
So, starts off, though, immediately with a match. It's Kenny Williams and Amir Jordan versus Fabian Eichner and Marcel Bartel. This was a really good match to kick off the show. Kenny Williams and Amir Jordan start off by looking strong in the beginning, hitting a lot of their fast-paced maneuvers. And then Fabian Eichner and Marcel Bartel really get the heat on Amir Jordan for a while. And then eventually they get the hot tag on Kenny Williams, and I love Kenny Williams. I think he's awesome. I've talked about this before. I think he'd be a better fit for 205 Live than NXT UK in this tag team because the stuff that he just does in the ring is just so athletic and stuff. And he actually hit a version of Dean Ambrose Old's Dirty Deeds in this match, where he actually did the old version of the Dirty Deeds, which I thought was pretty cool because we haven't seen that in like forever. But he didn't get the win with it because it's not his finisher, so he can't win that way. So, can you imagine like that backstage? Like Kenny Williams is just like, "Can I win with this move? No, it's not your finisher. You got to win this way." Like
you got to win your finisher.
And Kenny Williams is like, "But this is really effective and stuff." Like, what if Kenny Williams like wanted to pull out like a barbed wire like baseball bat, light it on fire, and hit the guy with it? And the guy's like, "Nah, that's not your finisher. Can't win like that." So.
It's not your finisher.
Got to kick out, and then imagine if like Fabian Eichler like didn't kick out of it because he got like knocked out from that move, and
he's supposed to kick out.
Yeah, and he didn't kick out because he just who's gonna kick out of a freaking barbed wire baseball bat on fire? Like
he kicks out at 1.
That'd be awesome. We're gonna get back serious though. We're off topic. So. Kenny Williams goes for a dive, but he gets wiped out on the outside. And Ike and Bartel hit the spine buster into the penalty kick, but they don't get the win. No, they don't even go for the win. They just go back to wrestling a traditional tag match. And they think they have the match well in control, but Kenny Williams gets a surprise roll-up on Fabian Eichner for the win, which... I was kind of sad because I like Eichner and Bartel better, and I kind of wanted them to win because they're just awesome, and I like seeing them wrestle every week. Well, I understand like what they're doing here because they're clearly setting up Kenny Williams and Amir Jordan, for a future NXT UK Tag Team title match, so it makes sense for them to win. Because you need to build, because they can't just like be all of a sudden like lose this match and they get an NXT UK Tag Team title match. You do that type of stuff on the main roster, not in NXT UK. So, So I like this. I even like the look of surprise that like Kenny Williams and Amir Jordan had because like that was pretty surprising because one, like we talked about, it wasn't his finisher he won with, so I bet that's why he was like surprised, like whoa, he didn't kick out, he didn't kick out, it wasn't my finisher. So, but yeah, I like this. And I actually starting to grow I'm starting to become a fan of the Kenny Williams and Amir Jordan tag team. I think it's starting to become like an exciting tag team. So what were your thoughts on this match and the winners and everything?
I thought it was a very solid opening match. I would have liked to have seen Eichner and Bartel get the victory, but they're trying to build up other teams, and I kind of like it.
Yeah. Because, you can't just have, like, 4 tag teams and then...
like the Mustache Mountain.
Yeah.
And Gallus, like, going after the titles every week.
Yeah, so you need to...
Eventually it gets stale.
Yeah, you're going to need to freshen up the tag team, so... And then, next, Rhea Ripley gets interviewed, and she basically talks about how she's still the most dominant woman in NXT UK, and Piper Niven's nothing, pretty much. So that was pretty much that. I like the way they set up this interview where, like, it wasn't, like, robotic and stuff, and, like, Radzi was, like, walking with her as they were talking, like, as if they were having, like, a normal conversation, so I like that, so.
Yeah.
And then they... Huh?
She's getting squashed.
Maybe. Never know. Piper Niven, though, is debuting next week, which... I thought it was this week when I saw the graphic, but I guess it was next week, so I was disappointed. That's why you read things. You read every word.
That's why you read. It says next week on the graphic.
What were your thoughts on Rhea Ripley's interview?
It's she's still built up as being a strong villainess on this brand, and it's a solid interview. And
then Johnny Saint and Sid Scala get interviewed, and they talk about. By the way, I just realized I forgot to add Noah to this call, because now he can't join even if he wants to. So I just send him a message. Just tell me when you're ready, type of thing. That's it. We could edit this out, but we need to show people that even professionals have mess ups like this.
Yes.
So let me just...
We are extremely professional. We do this in a suit and tie.
Yeah.
in a sport coat.
Because I forgot to add Noah to this call.
You know, we're very professional here. This isn't just lazily done.
All right, there you go. I sent him the message. Let's hope, because I might be keeping, because then I'm taking away Noah's freedom of speech if I don't let him come on. So, don't want to get into any of that. Anyhow, back to the NXT UK review. I don't know how I just randomly thought of that too. Like, but Noah didn't even come up in the conversation.
When you called me on Skype, it didn't even show his name, and I'm like, okay, I didn't catch that until now.
Yeah. All right. So Johnny Saint and Sid Scala get interviewed, and they're talking about the WWE United Kingdom Championship match coming up tonight, but it was Friday when this was taped at the time, and Jordan Devlin comes up and he gets pissed because like he's had victory after victory, and he's like, he's taking Pete Dunne to the limit, and he's not the one wrestling for the United Kingdom Championship at NXT TakeOver New York. They have someone that could dress up as like the New Year's baby, pretty much, named Walter. And I'm like, Jordan Devlin, don't give the main roster any ideas, because you know that's happening to Walter if he gets called up in the main roster. They're gonna dress him up as the New Year's baby. So,
yeah.
And then that was just the end of the conversation, I guess. Jordan Devlin was just pissed, so I'm guessing this is setting something up. So, I don't think it's setting up like Jordan Devlin versus Johnny Saint or Jordan Devlin versus Sid Scala, but he's just pissed off about it though. Like, I don't blame him. He's probably has the best winning streak in NXT UK, and he's not getting a title match. I fully behind Jordan Devlin here. What were your thoughts about this?
He's a little baby. He's a little baby.
Well, how would you feel though if you like? No. Let me
change your diaper.
No, let me put it in his perspective though. How would you feel if you like have victory after victory and all this?
Pete Dunne.
But he took Pete Dunne. He took Pete Dunne to the limit. He probably had like
his still lost.
He beat Travis Banks in a Falls Count Anywhere match, and he won.
Whoop-de-doo, Travis Banks.
He won last week, and he won last week too. He's been getting.
Still getting to beat Pete Dunne.
Well, maybe he would again if he gets another opportunity.
Maybe he'll lose again.
He could, but he's got a nice argument here. He's gonna take this up to like management, and can you imagine like he goes to the government with this case, like saying, "Hey, I haven't gotten like a WWE."
Pete Dunne just breaks his fingers because he's a finger fetish.
he does. Hey, that's how he beat him the first time, but. Hey, Pete Dunne had doubt in his eyes. He wasn't even sure in that UK title match if he was leaving with the championship. So Jordan Devlin, anyone that battle royal at Worlds Collide too. So, just saying.
Everyone forgot about that already.
I didn't forget. I reminded everyone. So, did you like this segment though, or was it just Jordan Devlin being a baby?
He's being a baby. He needs his diaper changed.
He took Finn Balor. He took Finn Balor to the limit at
Yeah, Finn Balor should beat him.
I don't know. He's won more matches than he's lost. He probably has like the best win.
He lost 2 big matches.
He probably has like the best win record in NXT UK because he's there every. He's there.
And won as United in a championship match. 0-1.
You're just
Zippo.
You're just being a hater of Jordan Devlin. Like, you just don't want to like the guy. I think that's what it is.
Don't mess with the Irish Ace. Okay, well, win the championship first, and then maybe people won't mess with you.
I don't even know what to say to you anymore. Like, I think you're just hating on Jordan Devlin. Like,
he's a baby. He cries.
First match in the company.
He also lost to Pete Dunne. Therefore, he's not the United Kingdom champion.
I think you're just being a hater. That's all. All right, let's get to the next match before this becomes the Jordan Devlin roast by Chris Dodd. All right, so we had Isla Dawn versus Kaylee Ray. This match was okay. Isla Dawn got like no offense in this match. I think she did like what? Nothing. I don't think she did like. The only like major spot she did was that pump knee strike, but everything else was all Kaylee Ray after that. Like
I remember when they were at the beginning of NXT UK, they were building up Isla Dawn as like this champion,
yeah,
and that lasted all of like 2 weeks.
yeah. Um, let's make sure that's Noah saying
It
okay.
is.
Okay.
It is. I just saw it.
So he didn't. No, okay, we gotta get it word for word. He said will do. So he's gonna do it. He's not gonna okay it. He said will do. So, but yeah,
It's picky over here.
but anyhow, yeah, Kaylee Ray like squashes Isla Dawn pretty much. Um, she had some like really cool moves in the match, like that cool suicide dive on the outside and that like spinning power bomb, and then and the really cool like super kick after like a headbutt that was cool. But then eventually she wins with reverse. It pretty much is a widow's peak, but it's not exactly a widow's peak. It's like a an alternate version of it.
It's a
And
Peaks.
huh?
It's a Peaks widow.
Yeah. So she wins. And that was that. And then Isla Dawn just looks sad, and yeah. I think Isla Dawn needs like a heel turn or something because she's just not translating that well. And she needs I feel like her gimmick works better as a heel. So I actually think like her and Kaylee Ray should become like a tag team because I think they'd be a sick tag team. But what were your thoughts on this match and everything? And where does Isla Dawn go from here?
I did not care at all for this match.
Okay.
Just every time they bring in a new superstar, it's like, here comes, if she comes, Isla Dawn to go get squashed.
Well, it was Kaylee Ray this time, so.
Like, here comes Isla Dawn. Here comes the squashy.
Yep. And then,
Anytime.
what do you think Isla Dawn goes from here?
Getting squashed even more.
Okay. Maybe by Piper Niven next week.
She's probably going to squash Isla Dawn.
Huh?
She's probably going to squash Isla Dawn.
Literally or figuratively?
Figuratively. And literally.
All right, next match. No.
Off the mat.
Next was a Toni Storm interview, and this was, to set up the NXT UK Women's Title match next week. And before she can really like finish her sentence, Ginny attacks her. She didn't really have like a good game plan for this attack though. Like she didn't do it from behind or anything. She just attacked Toni Storm like right in front of her. And
I'm gonna attack you from the front.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it shows that like Ginny's a strong heel because she's not doing it from behind and stuff. But it's just kind of kind of weird. Like typically, like wrestlers have better game plans than what Ginny had with this attack. So, but yeah, but Ginny somehow got like the advantage, which makes sense because I think Toni Storm's winning next week, so you got to give Ginny something here. So this was fine build. I was worried they were just gonna do like another bland interview because that's all this feud's been. But I'm glad they at least
insanely bland interview.
I'm glad they at least had like an altercation with each other before the match next week. So, what were your thoughts on this?
It's basically what this, like, you've already covered it. Like what this feud's been is a fucking interview.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Toni Storm wrestle in like a month.
I think the last match she had was when she retained the title against Rhea Ripley. Like
she never wrestles. She always just cuts the same interview all the time. And you have Ginny half the time just standing in the background.
Well, I'm cool with the champions not always being on the show, like not always wrestling, because I like when Pete Dunne's on the show. He's only there like for a title match. Because Pete Dunne's like, obviously they're going to bury the UK, like big Pete Dunne right now. He's bigger than the UK brand, if anything else. Like,
yeah. He hasn't really been on the US version of NXT all that much.
Yeah, so he
was a ton last year.
Yeah, well, that's because this brand got started up. So, because I think this is going to be like his first time like being on the US version since Takeover War Games 2. Because
War Games 2 was the last time he appeared on NXT television in the US.
So it's pretty. I mean, I'm fine with that because obviously it makes sense for him to transfer over to the other brand because that's
it does. Yeah.
He's the champ.
I'd like to see him appear more on the US version of NXT.
Well, he's getting called up to the main roster probably, so it's probably not going to happen. So,
He's probably going to be on. He's probably going to be Universal Champion.
I hope so. That would be sick if he like got called up the next night on Raw and won the Universal title out of nowhere.
From Brock Lesnar.
That would be and in a squash.
Just like
he couldn't hit. Do you think he wouldn't be able to hit the bitter ends on him though? Would he?
No, he wouldn't be able to hit. I know he probably wouldn't be able to hit the Xbox on him, but maybe the bitter end.
Yeah.
Or if he goes for that that submission.
But do you think Brock Lesnar ain't tap into that? Like,
he probably hit him with the bitter end.
Yeah. But anyhow, moving on, we're gonna move on to the guy that gets injured every time he's on NXT UK, Travis Banks. I mean, he wasn't injured this week though, so I guess.
Oh, he might be walking out of the building.
Yeah. But he cuts a promo on Cassius Ohno and talks about how he used to look up to Cassius Ohno when he was coming up from like the British scene, but now Cassius Ohno has become a fraud of what he once was. And he challenges him to a match, and I guess the match gets made official for next week. Which I'm excited for that match. I think that would be a very good. If Travis Banks could even make it to the win, I think it would be an awesome match. And it's a good first feud for Cassius Ohno to have in NXT UK. And that's basically it. I mean,
it's like that's like every feud though in WWE is like when they turn heel, it's like I looked up to you at one point in my career. Like, okay. Does everyone who fights Cassius Ohno is gonna be like, I looked up to you. I looked up to you in my career. Even though it was never mentioned before ever.
Yeah.
All of a sudden now, I looked up to you in my career.
And I don't why is if I was Travis Banks, I wouldn't have been looking up to Cassius Ohno these past couple of years. Like, this was not a good version of Cassius Ohno. So
this is a very large individual.
Yeah. So I think though the match between Cassius Ohno and Travis Banks will be awesome, and I expect Cassius Ohno to win because it's like his first feud in NXT UK. He's not gonna lose. So Travis Banks will even Travis Banks either is in a loss anyways. He either just might not even make it to the win, or he's just gonna lose. I know you say George is the loser, but no one's a bigger loser.
He's the biggest loser.
Yeah, no one's a bigger loser than Travis Banks right now. Like he can't. He's just. How about if he ever
back from injury loses?
You know what
that big comeback. They talk about it for weeks. He comes back and loses.
Yeah, what a loser he is. Like, you know what's the best part about it though? He probably gets like workers' comp every time he gets hurt, so he's probably making money like just by getting injured. So, how often do you think he gets workers' comp too? Like every week?
Every day.
Yeah. Because I think he got hurt too at the not the Crown Jewel show. I keep calling
everything to you is Crown Jewel.
He got hurt at the World's Jewel. He got hurt at the Worlds Collide tournament too because Jordan Devlin like injured him again. Like, remember he was hurt episode 3 of the UK show. Like,
yeah,
what a loser he is. Like,
just stop getting hurt.
He's probably not even. I bet he's injured right now. Probably like.
Wouldn't doubt that.
Yeah.
He gets injured waking up.
You know what needs to happen now though? Him and Kurt Angle need to have a match to see who, and the first person that gets injured wins. That would be awesome. Well, yeah. What were your thoughts on this segment? I kind of took over that, and we went in a whole different direction.
It's obvious Cassius Ohno is going to win next week.
Yeah.
It's obvious. It's his first fucking match on the brand as an actual competitor on the brand.
No, his first match was like 3 weeks ago on the brand. So.
Well, there's like an actual NXT UK superstar.
Okay.
Before he was still NXT. It was before he quit.
Well, it might not be his first match on the brand if Travis Banks doesn't make it to the win. So. Can you imagine too, like Cassius Ohno too, like so ready for his match, and Travis Banks like just never comes out. Like Travis Banks
comes out and he trips and falls.
Yeah, or Travis Banks like just comes on the screen. They should do a storyline now where Travis Banks like doesn't even bother coming to the show anymore. He's like, there's no point now. I get hurt every time.
I can't even maintain my own health.
His heel turn actually would be hilarious. Like a lot of people are saying he should turn heel, and like the reason will just be hilarious. And that's because, and you know what's gonna be the funny thing? He'll like never get injured once he turns heel too, probably. Like what a coincidence! The injuries go away once he turns heel. Like, um, yeah, I think Travis Banks is the biggest loser in this company, probably.
Yeah.
Um, even bigger than Kurt Hawkins right now. At least Kurt Hawkins can make it to the win. Um, let's get back on track though. Travis Banks is just ruining this video.
Fucking Travis Banks.
All right, then we had the Grizzled Young Veterans promo. I should every time I write that, I should just write Zach Gibson promo because he's the one that just does the talking.
I don't think James Drake has ever spoke yet.
And you know, it's not like he needs to speak too. Like Zach Gibson's just so good on the mic. James Drake, do you think Zach Gibson like? Can you imagine when they get separated? Like, do you think Zach Gibson's gonna like talk? Does James Drake have any wife or kids?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Well, can you imagine like Zach Gibson's gonna be like his windman now and like talk for him every time now? Like he's gotta like when it comes to contract negotiations, Zach Gibson's gotta be there for him.
He's
and
gonna be there because he can't speak.
Yeah, that should be a storyline. Like Zach Gibson like ripped out like his vocal box or whatever you call it. His vocal.
So never speak.
Yeah. But anyhow, it was just an awesome promo. They basically talk about why they're the best tag team champions in all of professional wrestling. But it was just such an awesome promo. And Zach Gibson's got to be like, you know, now that Tommaso Ciampa's like out of the picture, he's got to be like the best heel, but like actually gets like legitimate like heat.
Yeah, for sure.
Because everybody just hates Zach Gibson.
They take their shoes off.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's gonna suck because once they go to the USA, like, you know, I feel like too, like if they go to Full Sail, they'll take their shoes off, and I love it too. Like every time they take their shoes off, it's freaking Nigel's like, "What's that smell?" Like, cause you know. But I love this. And they did mention Amir Jordan and Kenny Williams. You know, showing like they're gonna be the next challengers, pretty much. So, I liked this promo. It was awesome. What were your thoughts on, you know, the Grizzled Young Veterans promo?
You know, it's basically like the same thing.
Yeah, we haven't seen it like in a few weeks.
Yeah, so. It's still a great promo guy. People keep taking their fucking shoes off. Pretty soon they're gonna start getting infections.
Yeah.
You know, now you can't trust that floor.
No. But then we had the main event. Not the show. The main event, like the last match on the show.
You better.
It was Trent Seven versus Joe Coffey. This match was great. I don't know what match I like more though, this match or the first match they had. But they were both still great. You know, both men try to shake each other down, but since they're such big heavyweights and stuff, they're struggling to do so. But then eventually Joe Coffey gets the upper hand and, you know, really works over the back of Trent Seven. This time I didn't say dominates the back this time because we can't have that anymore.
Oh, he dominating his back, huh?
Yeah. And, you know, he like stretches Trent Seven's like back right across the ring post. Like I thought like Trent Seven was gonna like break in half, and like it looked like that anyways. And you know I almost messed up again. He hits a suplex like 2 times, really affecting the back of Trent Seven. But then eventually Trent Seven mounts a comeback. He goes for the burning hammer, but his back gives out because, you know, he just had Joe Coffey was like beating the crap out of him most of the match, so obviously his back's not going to feel good. They take each other out on the outside with a double clothesline, and eventually though, after having this awesome match, Joe Coffey gets Trent Seven into the Boston Crab, and I'm like, there's no way Trent Seven's tapping out. That's his gimmick. He just never taps out. And then he tapped out, and I was like surprised. Like I think this is the first time I've seen Trent Seven like tap out because you know, when they had the NXT Tag Team Title match, he didn't tap out. Tyler Bate had to throw the towel in. But
yeah,
I actually like that, Trent Seven actually tapped out because it was a surprise and it's not like he like tapped out like right away. Like I think he tried to go for the ropes like 3 times, but Joe Coffey kept pulling him away. Um, but yeah, this match was great. I don't know what's next for it, and you could make the argument that they both really needed a win, but I think Joe Coffey needed the win more because he's been getting like jobbed out of Walter and Pete Dunne left and
Oh
right.
yeah, fucking for the last month.
Yeah, and Trent Seven and Tyler Bate can lose because it's gonna make the story better once they actually win the NXT UK tag team titles.
Yeah.
So because that's the thing with underdogs, they can lose all they want, but as long as they win like the big match, then all the losses just are null and void. So, but if they don't lose but if they keep losing and losing and losing, then we're just gonna they'll get into Travis Banks and Jordan well, no, not Jordan Devlin, Travis Banks. I don't think anyone's ever getting to Travis Banks territory in NXT UK. I'll tell you that right now. So, I like it too. Like Travis Banks made it to like the finals of the UK Championship tournament, and he's like a big loser though. Like, just stop getting injured, buddy, and then we'll stop calling you and stop winning matches and feuds. That would help. Just saying. But yeah, what were your thoughts on the Trent Seven Joe Coffey match?
It was really, really good. It was a
Yeah.
good match. It was a really, really good main event.
Yeah. We need to start like doing like match of the week because we watch so much shows. You know, if I had to say maybe like match of the week, it might be this. It might be this match right here because I'm trying to think. I don't think there was no match on SmackDown was like match of the week. I don't think there was like a match. There was no match on Raw that was match of the week. There was no match on like 205 that was. I think when we review NXT, maybe we'll come up. I think it's this match right here. This is probably match of the week. That I saw anyways. But then we had the actual end of the show. It basically did like a nice video package showing the build up to the United Kingdom Championship match between Pete Dunne and Walter. Just everything that they've done since NXT UK Takeover Blackpool. And this video package I thought did a very good job of hyping me for that match, even though I was already hyped to begin with. But I'm still very hyped. So, that was basically NXT UK. I thought it was a great show. I enjoyed about everything on it. And I even got to have some fun at Travis Banks' expense. So
yeah.
So I'm gonna give it a B plus. What would you give it?
B plus.
Okay. Is it because we had fun at Travis Banks' expense too? Like,
yeah.
What does Travis Banks get on this show?
F.
But we don't even know if he was injured or not, though. He was just cutting a promo. So
yeah, well, it's an F.
Okay. If he wins next week, what does he get?
D minus.
Okay.
Because that includes him making it to the ring.
Yes. But what if he has like a 5-star match next week?
Then it's an A plus.
Okay. But he's wrestling.
And it's an F plus.
He's wrestling Cassius Ohno, though. I don't think it's easy to have a 5-star match with, Cassius Ohno right now. So, but anyhow, let's get into the U.S. version of NXT. You want to take us through that?
Okay, so it happened on Wednesday, the 3rd of April, 2019. And it's not Crown Jewel, believe it or not.
No, it's not.
The commentators are Percy Watson, Mauro Ranallo, and Nigel McGuinness. It's the same damn commentary team they've had forever.
I don't think that's changing. I don't think that's changing anytime soon either.
And it hasn't changed in like a year and a half.
Well, no, they've had there's been weeks that Mauro hasn't been there because he wasn't there for like a month going into War Games too. So
yeah, because he's doing boxing.
Yeah. No,
but
because
it's still the same commentary team.
Yeah.
So the War Raiders versus Jobber McJobberstons they faced Cesar Boney and Adrian Jowd was the second match.
Yeah.
And the first match was Jobber and Jobber McJobbingston.
Yeah, because they didn't even tell us their names.
They got the shit beaten out of them.
Yeah.
The feeble one got squashed in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
The guy who fucking looks like Sheamus in terms of skin tone.
Did you by chance know? Because I know you like, you probably did. You know it? Did these guys look familiar at all, or had
No,
no clue? Okay.
not even. I didn't even know who the fuck they were.
Yeah, because I know there's like a guy there was a guy we saw like live that was at like 205 live that you knew. So I
Yeah,
was
that wasn't any part of 3.0.
okay.
But War Raiders win both matches very handedly
Yes.
with a uh, pop up scoop slam thing, power slam
Yes.
is what I was trying to go for.
Uh-huh.
To one of the Jobbing McJobbingsdons.
Yes.
And the second one, they hit their finisher on, I think it was Adrian Jowd. I think.
No, it's Cesar Benoni.
Oh, it was Benoni. Okay.
Yeah.
Either way, they fucking murdered both of them in probably a combined 2 minutes.
I was worried they were doing a gauntlet match because,
They could have done a gauntlet match. They probably won that thing in 5 minutes.
yeah.
The rate they were going.
Yeah.
But it goes to show you that, like, even though, well, Adrian Jowd and Cesar Bononi are like known commodities in NXT in some way,
Yeah.
but the other two are just complete fucking nobodies. But it goes to show you that War Raiders are an insanely dominant tag team.
Yeah, and that was the point of this, was to send a message to Ricochet and Aleister Black. I don't know what message this sends, because this is not happening to Ricochet and Aleister Black at TakeOver. They're not losing.
It's not. They're not going to win that easily.
Yeah. I think they did. They won in like 15 seconds.
That'd be like the weirdest takeover match of all time.
Weirder than Matt Riddle versus Cassius.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's gonna be, that would be up there with Matt Riddle versus Cassius Ohno that we did not expect at all.
Yeah. Yeah, I like this though. I thought it made World Raiders look strong going into TakeOver, because they haven't had a match. This is like
all it needed to do.
This was like the first match since they won the belts, I think.
Yeah, they have not been on television a whole lot.
What's that? I mean, that makes sense because they would
with the Dusty Cup and stuff like that too, so
Yeah.
other tag teams could shine.
Yeah.
But Candice LeRae is in the concourse area before you get into the arena, and she's cutting in it. She's talking about how she wants to be, the next NXT Women's Champion, and that's fine and dandy. But the two hookers come up next and come up to her and say you're not gonna win the championship, okay?
Yeah.
Great. And then she calls her. She's gonna face her bougie ass next week to Aaliyah, and Aaliyah pouted off like a fucking child who got that candy taken away.
Yeah.
Horrible.
And the other person was Vanessa Bourne too, so everybody knows.
They seriously would dress like two fucking hookers.
Yeah, I know.
Awful. What a terrible gimmick. Horrible.
I think
no
what they're
personality
doing
whatsoever.
I think what they're doing is they're trying to make like tag teams for when the women's tag team champions ever like decide to pop out in NXT, but
They could do a lot
this
better than
this Aaliyah and Vanessa Bourne tag team is not working.
a terrible, terrible tag team.
What's terrible?
All of them combined have no personality.
What's terrible too? Like when every time they have like a match or something, they just get laid out by the 4 horsewomen. So it's like, I feel like that's all they are. Like they're just there to
get the shit beaten out of them.
Yeah, that's all.
But terrible, horrible. They didn't need that.
No.
They didn't need for them to interrupt Candice LeRae's promo to say, "Oh, we're gonna have a match next week."
I thought Candice LeRae was good here, though.
I'm fine with Candice LeRae.
Yeah.
I'm fine with her having an interview, and I'm fine with her saying that she wants to be the NXT Women's Champion. You need those sometimes.
Yes.
But the whole Aaliyah and Vanessa Bourne thing didn't need to happen.
No. I would have had somebody else, Rhea Ripley or something interrupt her. I know Rhea Ripley's definitely like a part of
the company, not someone
yeah.
not this lower tier competitors who are on the show once every 3 months.
Yeah.
But anyways, Oni Lorcan with Danny Burch versus Jackson Riker with Steve Cutler and Mosey Blake. This is a very solid, hard hitting matchup.
Yeah.
Just showcased once again, because usually Jackson Riker is usually on the outside. You don't really see him compete a whole lot.
No.
So this is kind of a treat for people who haven't seen Gunner, quote unquote Gunner, wrestle.
Yeah, I think you messed up. You messed up his name.
Quote unquote. That's why I said. But it's just a physical, hard hitting matchup, which Jackson Riker picks up the victory against the recently turned heel Oni Lorcan, who's a face in NXT.
But I like this though because it showed like how dominant Jackson Riker was. Like anything like Oni Lorcan tried to throw at him, Jackson Riker was just so strong and so big that it was not having any effect on him. So I like the story that this man's told. And
yeah,
I think Jackson Riker is going to be in like title contention, not fairly soon, but in the future, like NXT.
I could see like him go after the North American Championship.
No, I can see it too, like him going for the NXT title as well, though. Like he just
in the near future, but I think his first title might be maybe a chance at the North American Championship.
Yeah,
but he's already shown more in NXT than he ever did in TNA.
Yeah. Well, no, like he did toward 2014, he was showing a lot in TNA. So
yeah, but he's shown a lot more though in WWE.
Yeah,
in NXT.
Yes.
Is he can actually lead his own group, and it shows that he can be successful that way.
I don't even know if he's the leader or not. I think it's Wesley Blake that's the leader.
No, it's definitely him.
I mean, I don't think anyone's questioning that. Like, what is like? He probably beat the crap out of Cutler and Blake if they freaking.
He probably could, honestly. He's actually made them relevant.
Yeah.
I'm just going to combine both of these into one.
Okay.
But they had their build-ups for the NXT North American and Heavyweight Championships in very, very nice video packages.
Yeah.
Building up Adam Cole versus Johnny Gargano in a 2 out of 3 falls match for the championship.
Mm-hmm.
The NXT Championship, and Velveteen versus Matt Riddle for the NXT North American Championship. Those are two very, very, very good build-up because they actually won on the show this week.
Yeah. Which makes I'm fine with them not being on the show because there's really nothing more you can do to build up those matches. Like
they don't need to have a contract signing or anything like that. Those just fine the way it was. Just show the build-up. And a video package that's always expertly done.
They showed the UK one too, but I didn't write it down because we already talked about it. So
yeah, they re-showed the NXT United Kingdom Championship build-up.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's again three very excellently done build-ups for their respective championship matchups.
Yeah.
Keith Lee is interviewed next, and he basically says that it was 2 weeks, right?
2 weeks ago, yeah.
That in 2 weeks, that him and Dominik Dijakovic are going to have a match to basically settle the differences, and he can bask in his glory.
He was awesome. He's awesome on the mic. Like,
oh, he's great. He's so charismatic.
Yeah,
he's so athletic. It's so weird because he actually got hurt.
Yeah,
so he hasn't been on TV in like a month because he got hurt.
Well, also too, I thought he had been on TV for like a month because the show where that match was supposed to happen, but they had that fatal 5-way match instead because they had to, deal with that. So I thought that's why they've been pushing the match up because they had to. So I wondered if they're just gonna show the match they taped and never aired, or they're gonna actually like do like a different like match or something.
They might do a different matchup, but they could just air the one that they taped already.
Yeah, because like it's weird like that they have like they can't have that, they can't like not have that footage shown because it was supposed to be like and they were also I think supposed to do like Adam Cole versus Matt Riddle at one point, but that match never happened because it was on the same show as the Fatal 5-Way. So
yeah,
That match might never get shown though, because it'd be weird. So,
but main event. It's main event time.
yes.
Not the television show.
No.
But the actual main event of NXT. Kairi Sane versus Bianca Belair. And this was, again, a very, very good matchup. Can't really have a bad match between the two.
No.
Yeah, it just ends in a big schmoz, basically. And the horsewomen come out, the fake horsewomen come out, and they start beating them up. Io comes out, and she fucking just dominates all three of them. The three of the fake horsewomen.
Yes.
And just beats the crap out of them all single-handedly. The entire locker room comes out pretty much. The entire women's locker room comes out pretty much, and fight to the outside, and Io does that big fucking moonsault on top of everybody.
And also Bianca Belair took Lacey Lane and like threw on everybody too. Like that was pretty cool.
And then she holds the belt up.
Yeah, and like Kairi Sane's looking like, what the hell, because they're trying to make it seem like they're gonna have like some type of issue because it's every woman for herself in that match. So
yeah,
great.
It would suck if they like broke up that team.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's not even time to do that right now, anyway. So
it's far from it.
Yeah, because they
do so much more.
Yeah, yeah. I thought this match actually was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Like, I didn't think it was going to be bad or anything, but I didn't think they would like put as much effort into this match because they have the match coming up. Like, but the match like started off like on fire like right away. Like, the only thing I hated was they didn't have a finish. They just did the DQ finish.
Yeah, it was just a big schmoz. Like they had the horsewomen came out, and yeah. It would have been better.
I feel like they didn't want to do a finish because they didn't want to make Bianca Belair lose, because that takes away like her whole undefeated thing where she thinks she's undefeated, and she just loses twice. Then that gimmick won't work Sunday. No, tonight.
Can't really have like Kairi get like pinned either or something.
Yeah. Even though like if anyone should have won this match, it probably should have been Kairi Sane, because she basically has like no purpose in this match at all. Like she's just there. So
she's just like Io's best friend.
Yeah, she's basically there because she came in and tried to save Bianca Belair and Io Shirai and got her ass kicked pretty much. So
yeah, they're like, here you go.
Yeah,
match.
Not a bigger loser than Travis Banks, but
nope.
Because at least she's won a championship, and Travis.
At least she's talented.
Yeah. Well, it's not that Travis Banks isn't talented. He just keeps how does he ever get a chance to show it if he keeps getting injured every time? Like,
get on the injured list, you bum.
Yeah. But he's never like really hurt. He just wants to collect that workers' compensation. Like, that could be a storyline. That could be a storyline. He just never wants to wrestle. He just wants to collect workers' compensation every time. So I don't even think WWE has workers' compensation.
He just needs that workers' comp.
Yeah. So, what else was I? All right, but yeah, I'm gonna rate this show. But I did like at the end though, where like finally the roster just had enough of the 3 of the 4 horsewomen just running roughshod in NXT and finally like standing up for themselves.
Yeah.
Even though like I don't know how much you really stood up for yourself. Like it's freaking like 16-on-3, like, and you didn't even like you like stopped like Bianca Belair and like Io Shirai and Kairi Sane from attacking the people you don't even like. I
know, yeah.
But anyhow, this was still awesome. And I feel like this was like the perfect way to like end off the show, because they really hadn't done like a big angle yet with the women's match, because they had to deal with Ciampa's injury and stuff like that, so they've been kind of more focused on that. So, and it intrigued my interest on Takeover. So.
Oh yeah, it definitely did.
So yeah, I'm also gonna give this show B+. It was a great build-up show. So
I agree, B+.
All right, so let's see if I can get Noah to come on, and then we'll do the Mania predictions. But if not, we'll run down the. Actually, we'll run down the Worlds Collide thing first. And then we'll. Some of these matches have already happened, but they haven't aired yet. So I don't know what matches are airing too, because they said they're putting some of these matches on the network. So I think this would be pretty cool. I like that they showed the access matches now. Because I think it's cool. So here's what was taped Thursday, which was yesterday, from 6 to 10 p.m. It was NXT versus NXT Alumni Night. It was Roderick Strong versus Tyler Breeze, which sounds like an awesome match. I'm actually pumped to see this match. Dominic Dijakovic versus Harper. I think those guys are gonna kill each other when they have.
Oh yeah.
And then we have Sanity versus Undisputed Era. I don't know which three of the Undisputed Era it's gonna be. If it's gonna be, I think it's probably gonna be, Fish, O'Reilly, and Strong. No, it's probably gonna actually. What am I saying? Because Roderick Strong's already in a. So it's probably gonna be Cole, Fish, and O'Reilly, because it doesn't make sense for Roderick Strong to wrestle twice in one night. So then this match I think will be interesting. It's gonna be Cassius Ohno versus Aiden English. I'm guessing Aiden English is gonna be a face in that match, because I don't see Cassius Ohno being a baby face for 1 week. So
well, it technically is kind of a baby face now on 205.
Yeah, but we haven't seen him wrestle on television since he's commentated for does he still wrestle at the house shows, Aiden English? I imagine he does.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think all those matches sound good. The match on that part of the show I'm looking forward to the most is that Dominic Dijakovic Harper match. I think they're gonna kill each other. Not literally kill each other, but then we have a night that me and Noah are gonna love. Cruiserweights Collide. Can you imagine they put Cruiserweight? They don't air the Cruiserweights Collide one. Those glasses will be coming off if.
Yeah.
It's gonna be today. It's actually airing today. I imagine it's probably airing. It's probably already happened by now. But I think these sound like awesome matches. We have Tyler Bate versus D. Brian Kendrick. I think that would be an awesome match. We have Akira Tozawa versus Jordan Devlin. And maybe Jordan Devlin can get a win and finally prove to Chris that he's not a loser. So, if he beats Akira Tozawa, will you not see Jordan Devlin as a loser?
Yeah.
All right. Imagine he loses in 3 seconds. You'd love that, wouldn't you, Chris?
He loses in 3 seconds?
Yeah, Jordan Devlin loses to Akira Tozawa in 3 seconds.
He's back to being a loser again.
Would you love it, though?
Yes.
All right, then we have Flash Morgan Webster and Mark Andrews versus Alia Davalia and Mike Kanellis. That match I think could be really good, but sounds. Speaking of losers, what about Mike Kanellis? He's a pretty big loser right now. He's lost 3 matches.
It's Monday Night Mike. It's Monday Night Main Event Mike.
No, it's 205 Live Mike.
Monday Night Main Event Mike.
And then we have a triple threat match that I think could be sick. We have Albert Hardy Jr. versus Grand Metalik versus Ligero. I don't know who Albert Hardy Jr. is. But
that's indie sensation ACH.
Oh, okay.
That's just his real name.
Okay. So I guess
what that stands for.
But that match would be sick then. Freaking Grand Metalik, Ligero, and ACH. That would be awesome. And then tomorrow on April 6th, they're doing NXT UK taping, so we're probably not going to see those air during Worlds Collide because it's NXT UK stuff. Can you imagine they make a mistake and accidentally air it?
That'd be great.
And then they're going to have Sunday, April 7th, from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. We're going to have the brands battle. So we're going to have 2 battle royals, one for the women, one for the men's. And they're going to represent, Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and NXT UK. Where's the main event representation, though? Where's that?
Don't need it.
I guess that's not important enough for them then. And then the final one will be when the women's collide. We're going to have Io Shirai versus Sonya Deville. I think that match will be good. I think Io Shirai, is talented enough. where she can carry Sonya Deville to a good match. Not that Sonya Deville's like a bad wrestler or anything like that, but she's not talent. Like the talent's clearly Io Shirai in that match. So, then we have a triple threat match. It's going to be Toni Storm versus Nikki Cross versus Bianca Belair. That I think will be a sick match. I mean, like sick. Like I think it's going to be really good. Not like the wrestlers are going to get sick or anything.
Oh, they're going to get sicky sick.
That only happened once in a wrestling match. We don't need it happening again. So, then we have Piper Niven versus Selena Vega. So for that match, I guess we say rest in peace, Selena Vega.
Dead. Scrape her off the damn mat.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Like the smallest girl on the roster is wrestling like the biggest girl on the roster. So, that's funny to me. Let me have my funny moments. And then this is a funny match to me. Candice LeRae versus Kay Lee Ray. I feel like they did that so that way we would have to rhyme the two names together. That's funny to me. So, but I think that match could be really good. Candice LeRae's awesome and Kay Lee Ray's awesome. So,
everyone's just awesome.
Yeah, the only way like you could two awesome wrestlers can have like a underrated match is WrestleMania 34 with AJ and Nakamura. That's the only time they can have like an underrated match. So, all right, let's see if I can get Noah on now. And then we'll start the predictions. But what are your thoughts on like the Worlds Collide while I try to get Noah on? Are you
cool.
Any matches you're looking forward to the most?
Yeah, for that Harper match and the triple threat with ACH.
Oh, definitely. I'm looking forward to that triple threat with like Toni Storm, Nikki Cross, and Bianca Belair. I think that would be awesome. I'm also looking forward to Tyler Bate versus the Brian Kendrick, because any Tyler Bate match is just awesome. So, like, I don't think Tyler Bate. I shouldn't say that. I was about to say he's not capable of having a bad match, but unfortunately, he has had a bad match before. It was on.
He's very capable.
Yeah. But, I mean, it's not like the match that he had that was bad was his fault because he wrestled Enzo Amore. I mean, it's not easy to have a good match with him. So,
yeah.
So, because we need Noah on the show because he's the one that's got the predictions for John, James, and Steve. Without Noah, we can't do the predictions. So
yeah, we're waiting on them.
What do we talk about until Noah comes on? Like,
I don't know anything.
I guess we just because he's not in Facebook right now, so I don't have another way to get a hold of him. So, you know what I'm gonna try to do? I'm gonna try to add him to the call. He's probably gonna. But the thing is, you don't want to piss off Noah, though. You see, we don't want those glasses coming off at me.
Oh, no, you don't. Fuck, glasses comes off means business.
Yeah, like, wait, you're going to feel the wrath of Noah today because you have no issues with the cruiserweights being on the kickoff. You're going to feel the wrath of Noah today, buddy. Like, oh, maybe this is him. Not him.
No, it's not.
I wonder, like, if people feel the wrath of Noah too, if they try to leave during 205 Live. I wonder what Noah does if you try to leave. Like, do you think he breaks your legs?
Yes.
Like, yeah. Why don't we start the predictions? Because you and I are here, and we'll. I'm gonna try to add Noah to the call. If I get the wrath of Noah, this might be my last video ever.
He might kill you.
He might break my vocal cords like apparently Zach Gibson did to James Drake. So let's try adding Noah because Noah's got all the picks. I can't.
He does, yeah.
Hey, Owen.
What's going on, Noah?
Not much. I was literally about to call in because I was just taking care of some important matters, bills and stuff like that. Trying to figure out this $300 gas bill and figure out a plan for that. And then I haven't ate nothing and been out all day and literally got home 15 minutes ago. So it's been a chaotic day, and I'm just but I'm good. How are you?
We're doing well. We just finished wrapping up the NXT reviews with the UK and regular NXT. While we're here. Since we brought it up, any quick thoughts about both shows?
NXT and NXT UK?
Yes.
Let's see. NXT, I figured had great go home to all 5 matches. And hey, the gunner from TNA, Riker, he brought the fight to Oni. Pretty good match there. I pretty much saw how the women's match was going to end because chaos being the formula of the week, you got to have a chaos angle. And NXT UK, I really feel like they're building the strongest women's division right now. Definitely the most in depth. And I cannot wait to see Walter and Pete Dunne. And I really feel like they're building the seeds for a Mustache Mountain feud between Trent Seven and Tyler Bate, especially with Trent Seven losing to Joe Coffey.
I like to see that too, but I don't want to see them feud until Mustache Mountain get the UK titles. I want to see them have that first, and then go from there. Because I know they technically had the NXT tag team titles, but that was so short we didn't really get to enjoy it for Because how long did they have those belts for? 2 weeks.
I believe 2 weeks. Yes, you literally nailed it.
Yeah. So now that we've gone, and also we talked about Worlds Collide a little bit. I don't know if you.
Okay. Yeah, the Worlds Collide event's coming this WrestleMania. I imagine they're going to show those on the WWE Network at some point.
They said they would. Yeah, I imagine they're going to do what they did for the Royal Rumble, where they're going to show them a week later, probably.
Wouldn't surprise me.
I hope they don't do what they did before though, where they air half of it on the YouTube live thing. I guess it wouldn't really. Yeah, I guess it wouldn't really. It wouldn't really count this time though, because it's not like they're doing a big tournament like they did before. Because that's what made it confusing. They did the tournament, but they didn't show the Battle Royal until after on the network and stuff. So it got Chris was probably all confused, what's going on. You don't want to confuse Chris. That's the last thing you want to do in life. So
you mean Chris is fickle?
Confuse me.
Yeah,
Chris, you're fickle.
Are you fickle, Chris?
Yeah, very.
At least you're honest. I think we're all fickle to an extent. Yeah, I was filling out the charts for the rundown as well throughout the day before heading out and taking care of matters. The only one I have left to fill in is James Hubert, and I'll go back through and watch y'all's video for that. But I got everybody else, so good luck, gentlemen.
So we'll just say this right now. James ain't winning Sunday because for WrestleMania.
What was he on? Did he smoke something or?
He's just he did not he's not a main roster guy.
He's just a poopy pants.
Yeah.
Right. Your words, not mine.
I don't want to say anything else.
Yeah.
You don't want to insult, man.
He might not be my friend anymore if I do.
Yeah, I know. That would be a maybe we'll tell you about that off.
Comedy relief, people. Comedy relief. I mean, hey, he brought the humor. I will say that. Great video, by the way, and great mediating, Owen, in both.
Yeah. This time, what we're gonna do though, just to save time, should we all go in order on our picks, or should we, all just say our picks all at once?
Well, I think if we say our picks all at once, it would confuse the audience because they'll be hearing blah 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 blah. I just say basically we just run through our picks each match. You go, say a match, and you start, then Chris, then me. We'll keep that cycle going. And then once we go through the entire card, let's just share maybe our thoughts on what will be match of the night and what unexpected surprise we might see.
All right. Let me get the card up.
You're doing NXT, right? Because I imagine we're going to do this tomorrow for WrestleMania.
We're doing both today.
Interesting.
Just gonna bang it out because I might not be able to do this video because I have a test to study for.
Oh, okay. Well, good luck on your test. I'm sure you'll pass fine.
I might have to miss I got the test at the worst possible time because I have to probably miss Mania for it. So.
What? Really?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna watch it the next day. So.
Jeez.
I don't know. I might because he gives these Easter egg notes and he hasn't given them out yet, so I can't really you can't study for the test unless you have them, basically. So.
Obviously, that makes the most sense. Okay.
And since he waited. All right, we'll start this once Noah comes back. So
I was just closing my door because my brother, he's probably going to start yelling like a madman playing some Fortnite or Apex Legends game online.
All right, so here's how this is going to work. I'll mention the rules. So this is for the Wrestling Rundown Predictions Heavyweight Championship. Both shows are, I'm basically, fighting everybody. So if I retain both shows, I'm gonna I might not defend my title for a long while because then I have to find worthy competition. So
yeah, and you're gonna be burnt out too. I mean, what a busy weekend ahead of us.
yeah. So how this works typically is for the predictions, I go first. You think, like we talked about, no, you think that would be like an easy thing, but there's been one person on this show that made that mistake and went first.
Steve Coakley.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Because we have that rule where if the champion ties, the champion retains because
Okay.
we came up with that rule because that's how it is in wrestling and it makes sense. So,
Yeah.
however, this time since it's like a multi-person match, how it works is since you and Chris aren't like the champions, if you and Chris tie, we do trivia, and the winning person on trivia gets the belt. But if I'm in tie, then I just retain flat out. So.
Okay.
We could have a three-way tie, and if I'm in it,
you win.
So
yeah. Game over.
Yep. And I go first. I mentioned that we have 3 bonus points. For I think each show. Actually we have 4 for.
Yeah, you got 4 actually. It's Candice LeRae, Leah, Street Profits, Ekner, Bartel, match order, and who eats the fall in the women's match. I have the graph up in front of me. Again, the only one I need to fill in is James, and then I'll send you the picture. I need to fill in the WrestleMania one.
Well, I know James picks, so I'll just I can tell you those.
Yeah.
Makes it even easier. Okay.
Yeah. I'll tell you that, I'll go first. So let's start off with we'll start off with the bonus matches, just because they're kind of like the dog matches of the show.
Makes sense.
Right. So. Started with first, Candice LeRae versus Aaliyah. We'll start with. Actually, I gotta go first. I'm picking. Yeah, I'm picking. Because I got too used to doing the other video. So, I'm picking Candice LeRae. I really don't see Aaliyah winning this match. I think Candice LeRae, if she lost this match, it would, her stock would go down and stuff. And I think they should start to build her up for possible NXT Women's Title match. I'm picking Candice LeRae. What about you, Noah? Who you picking?
Oh, Candice LeRae. I mean, she's Candice Wrestling. It's time for her to finally be put into the top picture instead of being like the afterthought or the voice of reason in the whole Johnny Gargano, good guy, bad guy, Ciampa feud. Since Ciampa's out indefinitely, it makes sense to finally push her.
What about you, Chris? Who you picking?
I'm the same. Candice LeRae. It's about time they started pushing her. She was one of the best, if not the best, women indie wrestlers there was when she got signed. It's about time she gets her due now. She gets her due and starts rising up here on the.
I think one positive. I mean, I'm not saying it is a positive situation about the DIY feud ending is now it gives her more of a chance to get pushed because she was kind of the only time we would see her was when they would have like a segment together, really. So I think it's going to be time for her to finally get some momentum and stuff like that. So
agree.
What
did James pick?
Candice LeRae. What did John and Steve pick?
Let's see. John, he picked Candice LeRae, and Steve also picked Candice LeRae. Everyone is unanimous on Candice LeRae.
All right, so that match doesn't matter anyways because that's because that's supposed to be the tiebreaker, and since we all picked,
canceled out.
Might as well just call them bonus points at this rate.
I think we'll just call
the next one you're about to talk about is definitely a little different.
Yeah. All right. We have the Street Profits versus Fabian Eichner and Marcel Bartel. I'm so jealous that James gets to see this match live because this match sounds sick live.
It does.
And I'm actually going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to say Fabian Eichner and Marcel Bartel will get the win here. I think that they're going to start to slowly build to a Street Profits feud because recently on like the NXT like WWE.com exclusives, they did a video talking about how they haven't quite gotten the victories that they wanted. They said, what do we have to do that? And I think this is slowly build into a heel turn because NXT doesn't have a lot of top heel tag teams right now. It's really just Undisputed Era and Forgotten Sons. And I think they're going to go with the Street Profits heel turn. I think it could be awesome. And I'm also picking this because I really like Fabian Eichner and Marcel Bartel. They're just an awesome tag team. So that's what I'm picking. We're going to start with Chris this time. Who are you picking for this match?
My dudes, the Street Profits.
All right.
There you go.
What about you, Noah? Who you picking?
I am with the European Union, though I wish they get a better tag team name. I am with Eichner and Bartel. I believe that they need it more and they want it more. This is an international crowd, so people are going to understand if they win. Going with the European Union.
And I honestly don't remember who James picked for this match, so you might have to watch that. You might have to watch that one back, but I don't quote me on this. I think he picked Eichner and Bartel, but why don't you watch? I think that one you should watch back. So
okay.
And who did?
He picked Eichner and Bartel, and John picked the Street Profits.
All right, so this match might mean something then.
Two that are different.
Yeah. So we have the bonus points for the rest of the show. We'll save for the rest of the show just because it kind of ties into it. Yeah. So let's get to the NXT North American Championship match. NXT North American Champion, the Velveteen Dream versus Matt Riddle. I'm going to say Velveteen Dream retains. He just won the belt not that long ago. And I think they're going to save Matt Riddle's title victory for a different show. I think Velveteen Dream needs to retain because we really haven't had like a long reign like North American champion yet. Because I know Adam Cole was pretty long, but I don't remember him really ever defending it all that much. And Ricochet, lost it. He had I think Ricochet has been like the best champion so far, and Johnny Gargano only had it for like 2 weeks. So I'm saying Velveteen Dream retains the championship. I don't see him going in the main roster, and I don't know. I feel like he's gonna stay in NXT, and I think once he drops the belt, he'll get called up. So I'm picking Velveteen Dream. So we'll start with Noah this time. Who are you picking for this match?
Dream over. Velveteen Dream is going to retain. There is no way Velveteen Dream is a transitional champion, and I don't see Matt Riddle really needing this title. Time to see Matt Riddle in a different light than just being undefeated, bro. Velveteen Dream is retained.
All right, Chris.
I'm the same. I got Dream on this one.
All right, and then you're gonna have to look up James's again because I forget.
That's all right, James. Appreciate you, man. We're just all burnt out. Enjoy the show. We'll get the predictions recorded. Don't worry. Stefan said Matt Riddle, and John said Velveteen Dream.
You mean Steven?
Steven, yes. Excuse me. Again.
So we're going to have to explain that one to Chris. He said Stefan because we know someone named Stefan, so that's probably what's messing up.
No, I know you. I know that.
Yeah.
No, I'm not out of the loop there.
All right.
Next match.
Can you repeat the picks again? Because I didn't hear.
Oh, you're all right. John picked the Velveteen Dream, and Steven, apologies, sir, he chose Matt Riddle.
Yeah. We're going to have to tell Steve about that one, Chris.
I think he's there also, too.
Oh, he is?
I think he went I'm pretty sure he did.
I think he always decides to go last minute. So.
I think him, his brother, and his sister-in-law went.
Yeah. All right, then we have the WWE United Kingdom Championship match. We have Pete Dunne versus Walter. And I think it's finally time for a new United Kingdom champion. Pete Dunne's had the belt for a while, and I think he's getting called up after WrestleMania, hopefully to SmackDown.
Allegedly.
And there's no other credible opponent that really can beat Pete Dunne. I think this is the perfect moment for Walter to beat him for it, so I'm picking Walter. We'll start with Noah this time.
He held the title now for what's almost 2 years. If Walter does not win this, Pete Dunne is unstoppable, and I fear they might do Brock Lesnar versus Pete Dunne. This has to be the moment it happens. Walter becomes your new NXT UK champ.
All right, what about you, Chris?
The big Austrian himself, Walter.
All right, I think James also picked Walter. I'm pretty certain about that, but just check just in case. What about John and Steve? Who do they pick?
Steven picked Walter. John picked Pete Dunne.
Whoa, John, I'm going to have to wonder about that one. Also, John doesn't watch NXT UK as regularly probably as we do, so he doesn't probably know as much about Walter. But
or maybe he's thinking screwy finish because we all keep talking about how Pete Dunne's a tweener. Maybe this is the moment Pete Dunne finally officially becomes full heel and does whatever it takes to keep the title. Because, again, it's going to be something different to beat Walter if that happens.
Yeah. So yeah. Let's see. This could be what John loses right here. So. Then we have the. I mean, also too though. You could say this is a wild card pick, but John has the longest title reign for a reason, so maybe he's going differently. So. Then we have the NXT Tag Team Title match. It's War Raiders defending against Aleister Black and Ricochet. I say War Raiders retain. I think this is just a way for Aleister Black and Ricochet to put them over strong on the way out. I think, Aleister Black and Ricochet, this is going to be their last match in NXT, and they're going to go on to the main roster and do it. Either, be huge stars or be flops. We'll see. But we're going to start with Chris this time. Who are you picking for this match?
The War Raiders. I have the same mindset that they're 100% after this go full time on the main roster.
Yeah. What about you, Noah?
I saw their farewell address at NXT Detroit. They've already faced the Raw Tag Team Champs. They're facing the SmackDown Live Tag Champs at WrestleMania. They're facing all three tag champs under all three brands in 1 week. And there's at least got to be one win, but it's not going to be this one. War Raiders will retain, and Aleister Black and Ricochet will officially be on the main roster for good.
Yeah. And I believe James picked the same pick, but just double check just in case.
I'm pretty sure we're all unanimous here, despite James being the wild card of this group for a number of reasons we'll get to soon. But yeah, pretty much everybody else, War Raiders across the board.
And I believe too, Aleister Black and Ricochet making history because I think they're the first tag team to go for all three brands tag team titles.
That is correct.
So making history, guys. I'm going to tell you guys, though, making history isn't as big as you think. Me and John made history by just doing a 15-minute rundown. Didn't feel special. So I'm just going to tell you.
That must have been a really bad week.
No, it's just that we would just felt like doing it in 15 minutes. So,
and they did it. All
right. Then we have the NXT Women's Championship Fatal 4-Way match. Shayna Baszler versus Bianca Belair versus Io Shirai versus Kairi Sane. We're going to pick who wins, and the bonus point is who eats the fall. I'm going to say Shayna Baszler wins by Kairi Sane taking the fall. I don't think this is the right time to take Shayna Baszler, the title off of her. I don't think she's getting called up, mainly because Duke and Shafir are still very green, and without Shayna Baszler, they would flop. They still need time to adjust, and they can't go to the main roster right now. And I think Shayna Baszler is going to stay in NXT. I don't think she should lose the title in a 4-way match. I think she should lose it in a 1-on-1 match. So I'm saying Shayna Baszler retains by making Kairi Sane eats the fall, because I don't really know, because that's the only reason I can think that Kairi Sane's in this match. So we're going to start with Noah this time. Who you picking for the match and who eats the fall?
Jeez. This is the most unpredictable match on the card. And rumor has it was supposed to be a ladder. Never was made official. And I'm sure NXT is not going to bring a screw stipulation like that the night of. But then again, we do have the pre-show. Nonetheless, I feel like there's finally going to be a change. You got to consider if Ronda Rousey does leave and go start family, you need someone to fill that spot. Shayna Baszler would be unbelievably perfect. With that, my pick to win and become the new champ is Io Shirai. And sorry, EST, I think Bianca Belair is going to eat the fall here.
All right. What about you, Chris?
I'm the same. Same.
All right.
Shirai and Belair eating the fall.
I
just think that, if they were going to change it, if Baszler lost it by not getting pinned, she still has that option of, you didn't pin me.
Yeah.
Correct.
Do rematch clauses...
We didn't lose the championship by being pinned.
Are rematch clauses, though, a factor in NXT? Because I know the main roster, they're not supposed to.
Not so much. Not automatic, anyway. But they're working into a storyline where most likely it's going to happen.
Yeah.
But she does have that edge, though, if she doesn't get pinned.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. We'll have to get James's picks later.
We'll just get them all later, because you're not going to remember all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll just talk about James. Will be talking about at a later rundown, maybe even during your live stream, because I'm sure you'll live react to this or do a review. But anyway, John picked. Okay, this is interesting. John picked Kairi Sane to become the new champ, and the person to eat the fall is Bianca Belair. Steve then picked Io Shirai to become champ, and the person to eat the fall, her best friend, Kairi Sane.
All right, I think I know what Steve's setting up for here. So
Steve
I
always
think so,
loves
too.
those swerves.
yeah. Then we have the fifth match on the show. It's the 2 out of 3 falls match for the NXT Championship. Johnny Gargano versus Adam Cole. And I'm picking Adam Cole to get the belt here. They need to build a new heel because Ciampa's out, and Adam Cole's the perfect person. This makes sense. He debuted in this building, and he's basically like, you know, the Mr. Takeover because he won the first War Games match. He became the first NXT North American champion on the show. And I think that this is going to be the start of every member of Undisputed Era holding all the belts. And I think it's going to start on this show. No, I don't think Johnny Gargano's done in NXT, though. I think his storyline's going to continue. I don't think he'll be done in NXT until he finally beats Tommaso Ciampa and ends that feud. But obviously they have to put a hold on that because there's still things that Gargano can do. He could go for the title again. You know, he can go soul searching. There's a lot that Gargano can still do in NXT. And you know, when Ciampa comes back, he can just easily be back, and he could cost Gargano the title if he wins it, or he can cost him, you know, a match for the title. But I'm saying Adam Cole wins. We're gonna start with Chris. Who are you picking?
I got Johnny Wrestling, Johnny Takeover, Johnny Gargano.
Wow.
All right. You want to give a reason why?
I fucking love Johnny Gargano.
It's a good reason. All right. What about you, Noah?
It is his time. It is their era, and that is undisputed. My guy, Adam Cole, baby, becomes your new NXT champion. Now, truth be told, Johnny Gargano, he says he wants to stay in NXT at least for another year. He feels like unless he wins the title, he's incomplete. I feel like he's going to achieve it, but not this weekend. Adam Cole, baby, for the win.
All right. And who did John and Steve pick?
Steven picked Adam Cole, baby. John picked, spit down the middle, Johnny Gargano.
All right. Well, that's interesting. So now we have another bonus point. We're gonna do match order. So I'm gonna go first on this. I don't know. Basically, the bonus matches are gonna be in void for this order. I don't know if John and Steve did it that way, but if they did, it doesn't count. So you can just say the matches they didn't say.
Yeah.
But I'll go first. I think it's gonna be United Kingdom Championship match, NXT Tag Team title match, North American title match, Fatal 4-Way, and then the 2 out of 3 falls. Noah, what's your match order?
I believe it's going to be the North American Championship because they started with tag team matches now the last couple of actual takeovers on U.S. soil. Then I think it's going to be the tag team championship match second. And then you're going to have the UK championship match in the middle, Shades of NXT TakeOver Chicago. And then you're going to have the women, and of course, the men conclude.
All right. What about you, Chris? What's your match order?
Dream Riddle, War Raiders, Ricochet and Aleister Black. The women's championship match, Pete Dunne, Walter, Adam Cole, Gargano.
All right. What is John's match order?
John's match order is the tag team championships, the women's championship, the NXT UK championship, the North American championship, and of course, Adam Cole and Johnny Gargano last.
What's Steve's match order?
Steve has tag team championship, North American championship, the UK championship, the women's championship, and the men last.
All right. So
they're all different.
It's unanimous though. The heavyweight championship goes on last.
Oh yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's 2 out of 3 falls. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, that's basically our predictions for Takeover. Hopefully, I retain the belt. We'll see what happens.
Luck.
Yeah. I mean, I'm the only one that's probably hoping that. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna beat you. So.
Hey. I just got a tie. That's all. That's all I
Hey,
need.
there's no tying here. There's none of that. I'm beating your ass like I have in the past.
But now let's do WrestleMania.
Oh jeez.
So
Showcase of the Immortals.
I forgot to ask everyone's excitement level. We'll do Takeover now since we just talked. Noah, what's your excitement level for Takeover?
On a scale of what?
1 to 10.
10, dude. It's gonna be the freaking show of the weekend.
Yeah. What about you, Chris? What's your excited level?
I'm at a fucking 10. These takeovers have not disappointed at all.
No, never.
And the takeover has never seemed to take a back step either. This potentially could be the best takeover to date.
Yeah.
I gotta be so I'll be different and say a 9.5, mainly because I'm most likely I'm most likely not watching the show live. So
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that kind of when you think about it like that, but still, it's gonna be a hell of a show to watch.
Yeah. Now let's do Mania. We'll do Chris first. What's your excitement level for Mania?
I'm a big Mania guy. No matter how crappy the card is, I'm gonna say an 8.5.
Okay. Noah.
Well, I'm already a little disappointed with the place of the Cruiserweight title match. That's my biggest beef. Besides that, it's WrestleMania. You're going to have fun no matter what. I've never been to one live. That's the dream. Hopefully it will happen. But I'm excited for it. Don't think it's going to be better than TakeOver. 8.
Yeah, I would say maybe. I'm going to say a 7. Because I think, some of the build of the matches aren't the best. And, it's an 8-hour show. What sucks about it is if me and Chris watch it together, he'll already know the results now. So that kind of is shitty. So like our viewment is kind of hindered, but yeah, let's see what happens here though. Let's see how we put. It'd be even better if I retain the belt. That would be awesome. If I retain the belt,
you're defending your belt both nights against your rundown crew, right?
Yeah.
Well, maybe one if I lose tonight.
Yeah. Well, technically, whoever wins tonight defends it tomorrow night.
Yeah.
You may have WrestleMania.
Yeah.
WrestleMania is Sunday, but I get you.
Yeah.
So
I need to change that belt too. Change it from the Universal to the tag title since that's what it officially is. But anyway, let's get this started.
Same rules apply, except the battle royals are different. You get 2 picks. You get you get a primary and a secondary. Primary is at 2 points. Secondary is 1 point. So let's start with this. We have the 3 kickoff matches, which we decided count this year. It's WrestleMania. Let's change it up. Let's make the kickoff count. So, I mean, it was mainly me that decided that. Not really.
Well, you're the host, so we've never had it count before. This is the first time ever. We've been doing
really? Wow.
4 years now.
Yeah.
No DQ?
No, we just decided. I just randomly was deciding. Let's just make it count. It was easier for you. It's easier for you too with the graphics too, probably if it counts.
That's true.
So because we didn't have graphics before too. It was just.
Hey, happy to assist. Glad y'all like them.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It makes it a lot easier instead of having to scroll through like the chat to see like who posted what.
Yeah.
Or having Owen or John like who won, like what was the score, like this is so much easier now.
Although
nice. All right, let's get started.
We can let it slide. We can let it slip now. Sometimes there'd be times where we didn't lose when we said, or sometimes there'd be times James won, but we said he lost, so we can't do that anymore.
Yeah, inaccurate judging.
So, let's start with the Women's Battle Royal. At this moment, the announced participants are first all representing Monday Night Raw: Dana Brooke, Mickie James, Ruby Riott, Liv Morgan, and Sarah Logan.
Right.
Next, all representing SmackDown Live: Asuka, Carmella, Naomi, Lana, Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville, and Zelina Vega. And the only one that's representing the free agent category, like I said before, though, how much of a free agent is she if she's never on the shows? Nikki Cross. So, you get, like I said, a primary and a secondary. I'll start. My primary pick is Asuka. I think she needs the win. because she just lost the SmackDown Women's title. She needs something. Not sure what this something's gonna be though, because this battle royal doesn't mean shit. So whatever. And my secondary pick is Lacey Evans. I think there's got to be a reason Lacey Evans has been doing all these interruptions week after week after week after week after week. They can't be doing it for no reason, so I'm picking Lacey Evans as my secondary pick. So we'll start with Noah. Who's your primary and secondary pick for this battle royal?
Oh, jeez. Even though these things seem pointless, they really can go any way. You make valid points, but I'm going to go a little different here. Based on what I saw on Tuesday night and the fact she eliminated even Jeff Hardy, I'm going to go with Asuka as primary. Now, based on area and the fact that she'll make it seem funny and fun and who knows what the hell else, I'm going to go way off the grid and say Carmella.
Okay. What about you, Chris? Who's your primary and secondary?
Primary Asuka, secondary Mandy.
All right. Oh, what happened? Okay. You guys froze for a second, so. Noah, do you have James's picks for this one, or do you have to watch it back?
Don't even talk about James because
I don't
know whether he swallowed mouthwash or ate paint chips or drank the wrong Kool-Aid. I got nothing for James. He hurt my brain. I got to go back through and actually watch the video and write him down. Jesus.
You got to go with
it. That's what he's done to us for fucking years.
And now I see why.
Yeah.
You have John and Steve.
The pain in the ass. We did that with love, James.
Yeah.
With love.
All right.
Yeah, you mean that with love, of course.
So, Noah, who did John pick?
Let's see here. John, big rap. Okay. John has. Oh, interesting. His I'm guessing. Well, he didn't say primary secondary, so I'm just gonna go with the way it's listed here. Let's see. John has Ruby Riott and Asuka. And wait, that's right. We're only doing the women. Yeah, Ruby Riott and Asuka.
All right. So I don't know which one's which. Because I can't speak for him.
Well, when I send the graphic, y'all will see it. So you all just let me know on validate before the show on Sunday. But
probably Asuka. I would say Asuka is probably his primary.
I would imagine so too. But you know me, I don't assume. You know what the definition of assume is, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And anyway, Steven, he picked blah blah blah. Asuka primary, Lacey Evans secondary.
All right. So me and Steve are on the same boat. So.
Yes, you are.
All right. Where? All right. Here it is. All right, so next is
the men.
The Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. The competitors for this match are all represented Monday Night Raw: Braun Strowman, Apollo Crews, Titus O'Neil, Tyler Breeze, Jinder Mahal, No Way Jose, Bobby Roode, Chad Gable. Representing Raw /205 Live, Kalisto, Grand Metalik, Lindsay Dorado. Then back to just representing Raw, Bo Dallas, Curtis Axel, Heath Slater, Rhino, Victor, and Connor. Representing the celebrity entries, Michael Che and Colin Jost. Then all representing SmackDown, Andrade, Ali, Shelton Benjamin, Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson, Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy, and all representing the free agents, Otis, Tucker, and EC3. So I'll go first, obviously, because I have to. My primary pick is Braun Strowman. He has to win this battle royal. If he doesn't win this battle royal, not like it means anything, but you might as well just throw the towel on that guy. They already should have anyways, but, if might as well at that point, but if he, doesn't win the battle royal. And my secondary pick is stupid, but I just see the WWE doing this. I think Colin Jost is going to be the winner of the battle royal as well. I see WWE.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I think the WWE is gonna do something stupid and have Braun Strowman like go for a boot on him in the corner and then fall out of the ring, and Colin Jost will win the battle royal, and then Strowman will just kill him anyways.
Making it rather useless.
Yeah. But the win's gonna be useless anyways. So, I just know what WWE thinks sometimes too. I think I think I could see them having the celebrity go over. So, all right, Chris, we'll start with you this time. Who are you picking for this? Or did we start with you last time, Chris?
No, you started with Noah last time. All right. So My primary pick is it's way off the board actually. It's far out of sight, far out of mind. From Colorado, Lars Sullivan.
Wow.
Wow.
The monster among men, Braun Strowman.
Is your secondary?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Noah, who you picking?
I mean, you hit the nail on the head with Braun Strowman. He's the new Big Show, but I mean, if anyone thinks that he's not your key pick to win, you're kind of insane. But I like the one you did with Lars, but that's not my secondary. I'm just going, again, off the grid. It's a bad way out. Who gives a fuck? But I hope it does lead somehow to maybe him turning into the glorious singles heel again. My secondary is Bobby Roode.
All right, and who did John have?
Let's see here.
Actually,
John had Braun Strowman primary, Jeff Hardy secondary.
Okay, who did Steve have?
Steven had. I'm guessing, just reading it, Braun Strowman primary, Dean Ambrose secondary.
Yeah, okay.
That's what Steven had.
So Noah, you don't know Steve well enough, but he likes to go with swerves when it comes to his predictions.
Okay.
And he's almost never right.
Yeah, I think he was right once. I think.
I mean, Dean Ambrose is very bold because we already know he's out the door. I mean, he did point out to the WrestleMania sign during his last farewell on Raw after Dirty Deeding Baron Corbin. Will he show up? Highly unlikely in all likelihood, to take a quote from my friend Aaron Riff. But we'll see.
All right, now we have the third kickoff match. Before I introduce the third kickoff match, let's bring it over to Noah. Anything you want to say?
205 Live matters. It does not belong on the fucking kickoff show. And that's all I have to say about that. Because I know this video is going to go long.
Yeah.
Owen,
I already vented on the last episode, so I don't need to do it again. So
I appreciate it.
yeah.
So, who's your pick?
Actually, I got to tell you something first, though. Chris is fine with the cruiserweights being on the kickoff.
Why?
For the most part. I mean, do they deserve to be on the main card? Absolutely. But it's just a loaded card. It's very difficult to fit them on there. But I do agree with you guys that it should be on the main show.
Yeah, I have the perfect match that can take its place. The Raw Tag Team Title match.
I was thinking that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you could say it's the guy's hometown and stuff too, but this match, this match is like a blood feud pretty much. Like this feud's been built for almost over a year, while the Raw Tag Team Title match, I like everyone in it, but they've been booked like losers. So.
And it was made on social media, so obviously it was not cared about.
Yeah.
How do we even find out about that match? It was just on like the truck, right? And they just.
Yeah, it was just a freaking exclusive, and then you see a sign like, oh, it's official.
Yeah. So.
I saw it on Wikipedia.
Yeah. But let's get into it.
On Wikipedia, but anyway.
Yeah, the cruiserweight.
Who's your pick, Owen?
But yeah, it's Buddy Murphy versus Tony Nese. I'm picking Tony Nese. I think it's time, to pull the trigger on him. It's in his hometown. It would get a huge pop if hopefully it gets a huge pop if he wins.
Hopefully.
I'm saying that because I don't know, when they're going to put this on the show. And, we know WWE sometimes when it comes to the kickoff, they like to put it out there when, half the arena's, full. So.
It'll probably be sandwiched in between. I don't think they want to do any, the Battle Royals, back-to-back.
Yeah. But I think it's time to pull the trigger on Tony Nese. Buddy Murphy's had the belt for a while, and I think it would be a nice new direction for him. And yes, I am picking Tony Nese because over a year ago, I probably wouldn't have picked Tony Nese. I would have been picking Buddy Murphy straight out and no questions asked. But I'm actually picking Tony Nese. So, Noah, we'll start with you. Who you picking for this match?
I'm hoping it finally goes against the mentality that nothing happens on a kickoff show. So I'm picking Tony Nese for the win because it's in his hometown, and I want to see what Tony Nese can do with the title. Buddy Murphy's being every babyface pretty much on the brand. Time for a change. Tony Nese is my pick to win.
Chris?
I went back and forth on this. I deliberated on this for quite a bit. I'm going with the person who it's a pseudo hometown, Tony Nese.
All right. So who did John and we'll start with Steve this time because, we haven't started with Steve yet, so we have to make him feel important.
Okay. Steven picked Buddy Murphy.
Okay.
And John he picked also Buddy Murphy. They both went against us.
Well, yeah. So that's the kickoff, though. Let's move on to the main show. We're gonna start with one of our bonus things first, because I'll forget to talk about it. Who interrupts Elias? Because we know Elias is gonna get interrupted. So you can either pick somebody or you can pick nobody, and you just that will count as a point. So I'll start. Probably not gonna happen, but I want it to happen. I'm picking The Undertaker. I want The Undertaker to come out and interrupt Elias. I think it would be awesome, and I would, as the dead man Undertaker, too. It better not be that American Badass crap, so I'm picking The Undertaker.
What if it is American Badass?
That'd be shocking.
Actually, do I get the point, though, if it's American? Because I didn't...
because it's the same person.
Well, yeah, but I said the dead man Undertaker. Do I get, like, half a point if...
No, you get a point. No,
okay.
We're not cheaping out here.
It's the person,
it's literally
not
the Undertaker. It's the same person.
Person, not character. It counts.
Noah, we'll start with you. I don't know if we started with you last time, but we'll just start with you again. Who interrupts Elias? Is it going to be anybody, or is he going to be nobody?
We have no idea the plans for this gentleman, and based on last year's events, I can totally see it happening. I am going to go way out there and say John Cena.
I'm the same.
Okay. We'll start with Steve first, because it's fair, because we have to do two in a row. Who did Steve pick interrupts Elias? I already know, but
I can't believe I'm actually reading this.
Yeah.
Q from Impractical Jokers interrupts Elias.
Well, actually, when he told us originally, he said the cast of Impractical Jokers, so we'll just count it, like, if any of the cast members come out, it will count as a point.
So he's getting no points.
John Oliver.
John picked John Oliver?
No. I'm saying you're better off saying John Oliver. John did not pick John Oliver, but he did pick somebody that starts with a J. He picked JERRETT, Jeff Jarrett.
That's I would like that more if they didn't already do that, though, because they kind
of... if that was like WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Because he had signed as a producer before the Rumble, so...
Yeah.
True.
So we got some interesting picks, so that could be an interesting bonus point. All right. Now let's start with the Raw Tag Team title match. Revival defending against Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins. So I'm going to start, obviously, because I have to. I know they're going to probably end up going with a feel-good moment, but just because it'd be pointless, because I think they'll just take the belts right off on the next night anyways. And I feel like, I feel bad for the Revival. I think they should give the Revival a win here. They deserve the win.
You Grinch.
And, it really won't feel like a big deal because, Hawkins and Ryder are beating a team that loses half their matches anyways. So I'm picking the Revival to retain the Raw Tag Team titles. We'll start with Chris this time. Who are you picking?
You Grinch.
Dang.
Who are you picking?
I'm going to go with the Major Brothers.
All right.
I think they're gonna get the win on Sunday. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Place is gonna go crazy.
Well, it depends on where on the show it lies, though, too. Noah, who are you picking?
It's gonna be, I think, a repeat of WrestleMania 32. A moment this night, immediately reversed the following night. I see Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins fail to win, only for Kurt Hawkins' streak to finally end.
Who did John pick?
Let's see here. John, he picked... He picked also Ryder and Hawkins.
All right, who did Steve pick?
Steven did not call that match. He forgot to.
I think he picked Hawkins and Ryder when I asked him, so...
Okay. It makes sense. I mean...
Yeah, because it just came up last second.
There's news that states that Vince is thinking about even bringing up the Revival because he's annoyed by them because the Revival keeps coming back talking about how we are the best tag team going today on the planet and you're reducing us to this, while on house shows they're actually able to wrestle in great bouts against Glorious Alpha for 30 minutes. You got to imagine with Vince running the show, Revival, they're going to be dead in the water.
Yeah. It sucks. I'm sticking with my pick, though. I'm hoping that they win.
Well, Good luck to your pick.
Then we have Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre. I think this match is going to be awesome. I really enjoyed this feud. I really enjoy the way they're booking Roman Reigns right now, which is kind of funny because if you would ask me that like last year around this time, making him have sympathy, I was saying it wasn't going to work. Now it works. So, but Roman Reigns is winning. It's his first singles match back since battling leukemia, and I actually think like even though like Drew McIntyre will lose, I actually think he's gonna look very strong in defeat. I think I actually would like to see McIntyre win because it really builds sympathy for Roman Reigns, but I feel like it's kind of a mistake in a way for Roman to lose his first match back with leukemia. So his first singles match back with leukemia, I should say. Noah, who do you got?
I'm just going to save you time because we're all unanimous here, aren't we?
Yeah, it's all Roman Reigns.
It's all Roman Reigns. He's back from cancer. It's WrestleMania. This is Vince's boy. It's going to be an incredible match. I'm sure it's going to put Drew over very strong as a very dominant heel. And I don't see this feud being a one-off just ending at this match. But Roman is not losing at WrestleMania. Guarantee it.
All right. So, yeah, thank you, Noah. He saved us time. Then we have the Fatal 4 Women's Tag Team title match. The Boston Hug Connection versus the Iconics versus the Samoan Slaughterhouse versus the Doom. So we have to pick. So we're picking who wins and who eats the fall. I'm picking the Boston Hug Connection. They just won the belts not that long ago. I think they should hold them for a while. And there's a lot of possibilities with them as champions with matches all across, the 3 brands. Because I really want to. I basically want them to win because I want to see them versus the Pirate Princesses in the future.
That sounds like a dream match.
Yeah. So I'm thinking about it more of like an NXT perspective than a main roster perspective. So,
I like that.
As for who eats the fall, I think the Iconics are going to eat the fall. Just because I don't think the Samoan Slaughterhouse will, and the Divas of Doom probably should, but I just see them actually having the Iconics eat the fall. I don't know why, I just do. So, Chris, who wins and who eats the fall?
I'm the same as you.
Okay. Noah, who wins and who eats the fall?
So I was thinking about this for a moment, but I want to see it happen. They deserve it. They're the only legitimate tag team since day one, even before coming up on the main roster. My pick to win to come to chance is the Iconics. I'm not going to do the pose right now. As far as who eats the fall, I was tossed up between 2 teams. Do you pin the champs, and then do you have that legitimacy behind you, and you get a rematch in those now automatic? Or do you do the other team that's in here just the spot? In the end, I pick Beth and Natalia to eat the fall.
Okay. I'm assuming that point's null and void though if Boston Hug Connection win.
Yeah, I know. I'm taking a gamble.
Yeah. All right, then we have the men's
Your other brothers.
SmackDown tag team title
You
match.
forgot Stephen and John.
Oh, thanks.
Welcome. Let me see here. John, he blah 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 blah. He said Banks and Bailey should retain, and the Iconics eating the pin. The same as you. And Steven, he picked. What did he pick? Oh, he picked the Iconics, but he didn't pick anybody that eats the fall.
I think he told me the Divas of Doom.
Oh, okay. Oh, by the way, he just got back to me. He says that Raw Tag Team winner will be Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder.
All right. So then we have the men's Fatal 4-Way Tag Team title match. For the SmackDown Tag Team titles, we have the Usos defending against Ricochet and Aleister Black, defending against The Bar, defending against Shinsuke Nakamura and Rusev. We pick who wins and who eats the fall. I think the Usos are retaining the SmackDown Tag Team titles. I think Ricochet and Aleister Black need to win the Raw Tag Team titles to build up the credibility of the Raw Tag Team division. And as for who eats the fall, I'm picking Rusev and Nakamura. I don't think, the company really sees a lot in them right now, and I think they're going to have Rusev take the pin. So, Noah, who wins and who eats the fall?
Jeez. This is just killing me, okay? Because the Usos are so incredible, and they just signed new contracts. But again, NXT presence, and this will be their 3rd tag team title match. for a set of titles. I think this is going to be their first. I see Aleister Black and Ricochet winning. As far as leads the fall, rest in peace, Rusev Day. Nakamura, go to AEW. It's going to be Nakamura and Rusev.
Okay. Chris?
I went back and forth on this because I love Ricochet and Aleister Black. It cost me the championship to begin with.
Ouch.
Yeah.
But I got to go with the team I have been repping since fucking forever, and the Usos.
Nice.
Who wins the fall?
Fucking 12.
Who wins the fall?
Nakamura and Rusev.
Okay. All right, Noah. Who did Steve pick?
Let's see here. Steve picked. Did he forget? No, there we go. Steve picked Ricochet and Aleister Black, Penny, Rusev, and Nakamura.
And then John.
Excuse me. He picked Black and Ricochet with the Bar eating the fall.
Okay. I've been back and forth on that too. Who wins the fall, the Ball or Rusev and Nakamura? Which
I feel like it's going to be Rusev and Nakamura because they're probably going to do more with the Bar than they're going to do with those two that were just thrown together.
Which is poor Nakamura.
Exactly. And think about this. This time last year, he was in a WWE Championship match. It did not live up, in my opinion, to the same match we had at Wrestle Kingdom, but I digress. And now look at him.
Yeah. All right, so this match might not count because we don't know the status of it because of Rey Mysterio's injury. But we're going to pick it, and if it, so Noah doesn't have to edit the graph again, we'll just not count it if it doesn't happen.
If match changes, it doesn't count. Same rules as no DQ. Works for me.
Yeah. I was gonna say predict it if they do an alternate, but I don't even know if they're gonna do that. So
if the match don't happen, it gets thrown out.
Yeah, but that would suck for Joe if he has to miss out on Mania again.
I'm sure they would have like some surprise opponent. No, I just thought of something. Imagine if Ray can't do this and they do Samoa Joe versus John Cena.
That'd be sick.
But anyway, Owen, who's your pick? Regardless, there's no match.
It's Samoa Joe's first WrestleMania. I say he wins. I think he should win. It's the right thing to do. Plus two, Rey Mysterio doesn't take a lot. Doesn't hurt him to lose because he's freaking Rey Mysterio. So, what about you, Chris? Who's winning this match?
I agree with you. I think it's Joe. Joe needs to win more than Ray. Ray's a veteran of WrestleManias. He's had plenty of wins at Manias. I think this is going to be Joe.
The underdog that always wins. Remember that argument?
He is, though.
Yeah. All right, Noah. Who wins?
Let's see here. It's his first WrestleMania, and if this does happen, you got to imagine there's going to be a factor that plays into this. Who's back? Ray's son, Dominic. And Dominic's going to be sitting at ringside. I can see Joe going after Dominic, and that somehow causes Ray to get distracted. We get a screwy finish, but regardless, I see Joe retaining.
Okay. We'll do Steve first this time. Who did Steve pick?
Steve. I think he picked, Steve picked Samoa Joe, and I'm pretty sure we're all unanimous here. Yep, John picked Samoa Joe as well.
Okay. Then we have the Intercontinental Championship match. Intercontinental Champion Bobby Lashley versus the Demon Finn Balor. I picked the Demon Finn Balor in a 2-minute squash match.
I think Chris is going to agree with you, so let's just move on. Chris.
Yeah. Did everyone pick the Demon?
Yes, everybody picked the Demon, except me and James. Again, I'm going to go back through and watch y'all's WrestleMania video. We're all saying Demon. Moving on.
All right, we have the...
no.
You want to take your glasses off for this one, Noah?
Yes.
Business has just picked up.
Why the fuck is this match happening? Why? All right. Owen, let's do this. Come on, man. We got hours for takeover, and I still have to send out the grab and finish up y'all's grab. So, say it. Who you see winning? Baron Corbin versus Kurt freaking Angle.
It's probably the right thing to put over Baron Corbin because he's the young guy, but I don't like Baron Corbin, so I'm picking Kurt Angle. Simple as that.
All right. Chris, what about you?
Fucking Kurt Angle. Match is gonna suck.
Oh, God.
Noah.
To go out in a crappy match.
Before I say mine, let me talk about your brothers. John picked Kurt Angle. Steven, he picked Kurt Angle. Guys, I think it's safe to say at this point, because he's always on every week, Baron Corbin is Vince's bitch. So because of that, I said Baron Corbin is going to win.
Okay. Move on. Then we have the Falls Count Anywhere match. Shane McMahon versus The Miz. I picked The Miz. I know the feud, because I think the feud's going to continue regardless, but I think The Miz should get the win here. It's the right thing to do. Because, you know, Shane McMahon embarrassed The Miz in front of his hometown and beat him up in front of his dad, so I think The Miz should get the win. What about you, Noah?
What does Shane have to gain if he wins here? Nothing. I think it's just they're all going to be unanimous here. I picked Miz.
Okay. Chris?
Yep. This is my favorite of all time. He's awesome.
That's awesome. Simple as that. Yeah, and John picked Miz, and Steven picked Miz as well.
Okay. All right, then we have AJ Styles.
This is going to be fun to talk about.
Then we have AJ Styles versus Randy Orton. The match I'm probably looking forward to the second on the card, like out of everything. I'm picking AJ Styles. I think it's the right thing to have him go over. Just because, you know, he's going to be there long term, and I think it's just the right thing to do. I really want AJ Styles to win. Chris, who do you pick?
AJ.
Okay. Noah?
The phenomenal AJ Styles. I see this feud going, and I see AJ Styles winning this WrestleMania.
All right, who did John pick?
John also picked AJ Styles. And Steven, he picked Randy Orton.
All right. So that means Randy Orton ain't winning then.
Damn.
Thank God.
That was close. Well, oh no, I was about to say, was it maybe Randy? Maybe he'll try to make an argument saying Randy Orton can rectify this win too.
That's debatable.
No, you know, maybe we'll tell you that joke one day. All right. So then we have the no holds barred match: Triple H versus Batista. And if Triple H loses, he must retire from in-ring competition. Triple H wins. Lol. So
Yep.
no, is this unanimous?
Let's see here. I said Triple H. Chris, you said Triple H, I imagine. Steven, he said, let me see here. Let's just make sure I got all this right, because I don't want to misread this. Yeah, John, he said Triple H, and Steven said... Why did Steven say Batista?
John, it's Steve. No, sorry. Noah, it's Steve. I don't have a reason, so...
Okay, so not unanimous. One person said Batista.
Okay. We need to know why Steven said Batista. Should we even ask why? Is it just because it's Steve?
It's fucking Steve.
You guys know this guy. I'm still learning, y'all. So, I mean, the one I know most is you and Chris, and James at this point. So, Steven and John, you all have unique mindsets, apparently. Good luck to you both.
Then we have the WWE. We have the three main title matches.
Oh,
we have the WWE Championship match. The new Daniel Bryan, not the new Daniel Bryan, the new Daniel Bryan versus Kofi.
Thank you for clarifying.
Versus Kofi Kingston. I think it's time. Kofi Kingston wins the WWE title. This is the perfect moment to do it. Kofi Mania, baby. Chris, who do you have?
I'm gonna go with the hometown guy. I'm going fucking Kofi Kingston, repping Boston like the best human being on planet Earth.
All right.
Wow.
Noah, who do you have?
This is one of those matches where I'm extremely fickle because they took so many different angles with this. At first it was WrestleMania 30, then they brought color into play, and not in the right direction like your video. And then I'm thinking about Saudi Arabia and how the New Day O'Brien is chance is not going to go there. And Kofi most likely will because the New Day did that last time. So, but this is Vince McMahon. You're only going to have so many good moments. You got to balance the bullshit with the good.
And you got to figure out what the crowd wants to see the most, what you want them to go home with, because we know what's closing the show. I went with the new Daniel Bryan retaining.
Okay. What did Steve go with?
Let's see here. Steven, he went with Kobe Kingston. And John, he went with the new Daniel Bryan.
If they go with John's storyline, I'll be... Because you were here when John, mentioned his storyline. Like, Kofi finally gets it at SummerSlam and stuff like that. So, but yeah. Then we have the WWE Universal Championship match. WWE Universal Champion Brock Lesnar versus Seth Rollins. So everyone's probably picking Brock Lesnar. No, sorry. I messed that up. I'm picking Brock Lesnar. Everybody picks, Brock to lose all the time, and he never does. And I'm going to say Brock Lesnar wins. Saudi Arabia tour is coming up soon. Vince is probably throwing more money at him, and I think Brock's going to end up staying, and I think he's going to retain the Universal title. I especially think that now because Roman's back now, too, and I think they want to build up a nice comeback story for Roman Reigns. So I'm saying Brock Lesnar retains the Universal title. And like I said, you can have a good moment, and I'd rather Brock retain if it means Kofi, my pick later on in the show, wins. So there's that. Noah, who do you have for this match?
Unfortunately, I have basically the same reasons you stated. Brock Lesnar.
Okay. Chris?
The Beast Slayer himself, Seth freaking Rollins.
Damn.
All right. Who does John have?
John, he has... Oh, I guess Chris is not alone. He has Seth freaking Rollins.
All right. And who does Steve have?
Brock Lesnar.
Okay. Then we have the last match on the show, the main event. Not the show, but, the main event of WrestleMania. Maybe, though, because they said, at No Mercy, that the WWE title match was the main event that opened the show, so maybe they're tricking us here. Can you imagine this match goes on first?
Are you shitting me?
Do you remember that, though, at No Mercy? It was AJ Styles versus John Cena versus Dean Ambrose, and they called that the main event that's kicking off the show.
Yeah, but ironically, Dolph Ziggler and The Miz, they stole the night with the IC title.
Yeah.
Yeah, that match was fucking awesome.
Still watch it to this day. But anyway, Owen, who's your pick?
It's a winner-take-all match for both the Raw and the SmackDown Women's titles. Becky Lynch versus Ronda Rousey versus Charlotte Flair. I'm picking Becky Lynch. Time to pull the trigger on Becky Lynch. I think she should make Ronda Rousey tap out to disarm her. Just because one, it would show Ronda Rousey that it's not a fake move and, not. She's
going to tap out to the dick, apparently, because that's what she thinks it is.
Yeah. I think it's time to pull the trigger on Becky. If Becky doesn't win the match at the end of the show, then no matter how good this match is, the first ever women's main event is going to be a flop. So if Becky doesn't win, then you might as well give up on Becky and give up. Don't ever put the woman in the main event ever again. It's like you just
because she's the fucking reason they're there in the first place.
Yeah. So Chris, who do you have?
As the t-shirt says, the background, the man, Becky fucking Lynch.
You're damn fucking right, and that's what I got too, and everybody got. If anyone goes against Becky winning this, when she started from the pre-show, and now she's made event WrestleMania, started from the very bottom, now she's at the top merchandise seller, carried the company forward, Becky Lynch fucking wins, and that's my moment of the night waiting to happen. Simple as that.
I'm assuming John and Steve both have Becky, too?
Yes, they do.
Okay. If Steve didn't pick Becky, me and Steve would have a serious... I might disqualify Steve if he didn't pick Becky. So, James, we'll try to get your picks in here, but, yeah.
Everybody has
hurt
them
my
himself.
brain, dude. You hurt my brain. I understand trolling, but trolling WrestleMania season, that's an overload, dude. Damn.
Some of his picks were legit, though, so...
Yes, keyword some.
I let me see if I can guess, if I can remember them off the top of my head. He picked Paul Heyman, I know, to win the Universal title match.
Yes.
See, so none of his picks are going to count then. So what's the point of even saying them?
Yeah, hey, okay, sure. We won't. So yeah, that's
in all
basically.
due respect to James, I am going to try and reach out to him and see, James, I heard your picks. Yes, I recorded the trolls, or at least I'm trying to. But seriously, dude, give me some serious picks there. Let's try and
He's
about the show because good freaking Lord Almighty.
Just get
Good luck.
pick different people who were in the match. If you want to be a troll, don't pick who's not in it.
He picked the apron for one of his picks, Chris.
Yeah, that's him.
God.
I think he's picked someone who's in the match, who you know is not going to win.
Hell, pick someone that's not in the match. I'm surprised he didn't say Enzo Amore.
So we're done. Chris, anything you want to plug or promote?
Wrestling Rundown next week and a retro coming. Retro's coming back in 2 weeks, guys. Maybe a week.
Yeah.
From this video. Yeah.
And then Noah, where can people find you? Don't give your address away. Don't give your address away.
Yeah, you're all right. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Y'all can try and find me via Google Satellite. You never will. Anyway, y'all can find me on Twitter, nodq.com/Noah takes my Twitter. Talk about wrestling there. Find me on YouTube, youtube.com/users/Noah Foster 210. Find me here. I will be live reacting tonight to NXT TakeOver New York and the G1 Supercard tomorrow and WrestleMania Sunday while keeping score of all the leagues for NoDQ and the Wrestling Rundown. Good luck, by the way, gentlemen. And I'm just going to keep it simple. As always, folks, support your wrestling outlets, but big and small. Keep following NoDQ, and let's keep growing this wrestling community together. Simple as that.
I want to shrink the wrestling community just into tiny pieces.
You want it shorter.
Yeah. But anyhow, yeah, you guys can subscribe to my channel, CM Brothers. Me and my cousin will be come back. We're going to be doing the Death Note reviews, so hopefully that will be fun. And hopefully my cousin will do his punishment where he's going to jump into his cold-ass pool soon. He already did the punishment where he had to drink hot sauce, so...
Ugh! I hate hot sauce.
It's awesome. I don't know what you're talking about, Noah. And then Owen the Talkinator. I might make videos on there, might not. We'll see. And then, yeah, this channel, Wrestling Fortune 44, Retro Wrestling Review Series is coming back. The stipulations this time is going to be anything NXT TakeOver related, anything Money in the Bank related. So that can be like, you know, a show.
My pick, too.
Yeah, a show that has a Money in the Bank ladder match on it, a show that has a cash-in, or a show where the person defends his Money in the Bank contract. Can't say briefcase.
I'm gonna give a little spoiler here. A little spoiler. It's Raw Homecoming for me.
Yeah. So hopefully Noah can be on that day. We'll see. That's pretty much it, guys. We will talk to you guys later.